Iga Swiatek, your 2025 Wimbledon champion, is qualified for this year's WTA Finals. Her and Sabalenka, the only two players on tour that are qualified for this year's Finals. So much like I did yesterday with Sabalenka, I encourage you guys to check that video out. Gonna do a little recap of Iga's 2025 season here. Obviously, you guys know how it started out, right? She made it all the way to the Australian Open semis, had a match point against Madison Keys, but could not hold on. Keys gets that win in a three-set thriller, goes on to beat Sabalenka in the finals. Iga was very close in that tournament, guys. I feel like we kind of forget that loss in the storyline here in 2025. Then, guys, we go to the rest pretty much up until Wimbledon. It was the same story. Iga, always in your final 8, final 4 players. And guess what? Everybody gave her crap for it. Nobody cared about it. Everybody was so used to seeing Iga win all these tournaments and always being right in the finals, claiming so many championships. So when all of a sudden she's a quarterfinalist or a semifinalist, it's reason for concern, and everybody's freaking out, and has Iga lost a step, the whole nine. We get to the clay court season, where Iga's supposed to be the queen of clay, right? Dominant the last how many years, winning so many French Open championships and so many of those WTA 1000 events. We were coming off a year where she just won at Madrid, Rome, and the French. Then this year, guys, obviously, we know what happened. Lost the semis at Madrid, fell very early in Rome, made it to the semis at Roland Garros, but Sabalenka beats her in 3 sets in the French Open semis, and all of a sudden, Iga's lost it, right? The wheels are falling off. We go to the grass court season, which is Iga's worst surface, guys, and everybody's criticized her about her grass play and everything, and what did Iga do? This is where everything kind of got thrown out the window. You would take that bad start to the year by everybody's standards, crumbled up, throw it right out the window. Iga Swiatek wins Wimbledon. Huge showing from Iga in that tournament, and Iga made the big adjustment. Finally, we saw it happen. She went very big with her serve. She got really aggressive with her serve, playing with power that we know that she has. And it paid off. It did dividends. She served so great in that tournament, and that serve is what led her to that Wimbledon championship. She served great from start to finish. She dropped 1 set throughout the course of that whole entire tournament and won the finals 6-love, 6-love. Now, what happened after that? Of course, we get to that hard court season. Maybe left a little bit of meat on the bones there in the Canadian Open, but followed up, wins Cincinnati. And then, of course, guys, following that Cincinnati tournament, had the U.S. Open showing where she makes it all the way to the quarterfinals. And I get it. You want to see her maybe go a little bit further, but she lost to Amanda Anisimova. Not a bad loss, because what did Anisimova do? Make it all the way to the finals where she lost to Sabalenka. So that wasn't that bad of a loss, guys. Here's the big thing with Iga Swiatek. That serve. We saw it do dividends at Wimbledon. We saw it do very well at Cincinnati. It just hasn't been so consistent, right? Because obviously we saw it, again, Wimbledon, Cincinnati, Canadian Open, and maybe some room with that. U.S. Open, there were some performances that looked great. Other ones that, a little shaky. So, again, it's just tweaking that. She's still working through it. That's why she hired a new coach this year. They've been working together all year. And, guys, let's just see if it continues to grow and get better like it's been doing this year. A lot of room here for Iga Swiatek in the future. Obviously, 6 major championships already under her belt, and she hasn't even had the best serve. If that serve could ever get consistently good, like we saw at Wimbledon, like we saw at Cincinnati, that ever becomes a consistent thing, look out for Iga Swiatek. But guys, the big thing here, Iga Swiatek qualified for your WTA Finals, an event that she won 2 years ago. I expect Iga to be right in play for everything the whole rest of the year. And remember, guys, last year, right around this time, she faced a suspension, so she's actually going to have room to grow in the rankings. They're going to keep going forward here for her. So look out for Iga Swiatek the rest of the way. I expect a big end to 2025 for your world number 2, Iga Swiatek.